Hey everybody, welcome to day 2. Breakfast with Bob, Challenge Roth edition. My name is Bob Babbitt, and we're brought to you by HOKA, Fly Human Fly. And actually, we are based right here at the HOKA booth. SFuels, right fuel, right time. Master Spas, deboer wetsuits, Premium Plus Sports, and of course, our Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, a young man we have not met before. I think he might be the tallest pro triathlete around. Mr. Zachary Cooper joins us. So, Zach, how tall are you?
I am 1.97 m, and so yeah, I believe that might be true. I've done my research. I think Ditlev is 1.95 m, isn't he? So
you dominate.
I know.
That's awesome.
I should be. I should be the favourite, shouldn't I?
You should totally be a favourite. So, but background is rowing.
Background is rowing. Yeah, I got into the sport in 2016 out in Sydney.
Yes.
And yeah, that definitely helped with the bike. Unfortunately, rowing doesn't really make you a fast swimmer, so that's where I struggle a bit. But yeah, I've improved over the years, I suppose.
So, as a rower, was the goal going to the Olympics? What was the plan?
Well, at the time, I was trying to row for the University of Sydney, and I was trying to make it as a lightweight actually. So you had to kind of be quite careful in terms of like what you ate and everything like that. And it got to a point where I given how tall I am, to make that weight was pretty difficult. So
probably wasn't the healthiest thing in the world.
Exactly, yeah, that as well. So I just happened to do a triathlon out there, and yeah, absolutely loved it. And yeah, it's the combination of the three sports got me really passionate for it, and yeah, I've just been at it since.
Was it transition? Did you stay as an age grouper for a while, or did you move pro pretty quickly?
No, I literally stayed age grouper until last month. So
so you're a brand new pro.
I'm a brand new pro. This is my first race as a pro.
I love it. That's great.
And yeah, what bigger stage to to do your pro debut, eh?
So when we look at the results from 2023, and these are all age group results, and we're talking, you were Ironman Israel, right? Ironman Israel, Valencia, Krakow. You've been getting some traveling. This has probably been a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, in the age group field for sure. I think what's kind of held me back over the years of making that step up is the swim. Yes. And yeah, I kind of finally at the end of last year I decided to quit my job.
What were you doing? What was your real work?
I was actually a bit like you. I was on the other side of the interviewing athletes. I was working at Cycling's World Governing Body, so the UCI.
Yes.
And yeah, I was in kind of the digital social media sphere, interviewing athletes, going to the Olympic Games, World Championships, interviewing.
Oh my God! What a great experience!
It was amazing.
How many Olympics did you get to go to?
Just the one, actually. I went to Tokyo.
Oh, you went to well, that was one where there was no people.
Exactly, yeah. And so, yeah, I was interviewing the likes of, Mathieu van der Poel and Demi Vollering, and I was like, actually, I might want to be on the other side of the, the camera. So, yeah, this is the first experience, I suppose. So,
but the fact that you had that Olympic experience from that side of the camera, did you ever think, I'm going to do a triathlon, I'm going to go for the Olympic format, or did you realize, my swim is going to be too tough?
Yeah, definitely the latter there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I and what was passionate for me was definitely long course, and that's what I wanted to do.
So long course right away. You felt that was
right away. Yeah.
So when you look at, we're talking 2017, you were a European champs in Elsinore, you're 16th. And then I look at all these great places, 70.3 Greece. You know where to go.
Absolutely.
Greece, Israel, Dubai, Krakow. Wow.
Yeah, I think I've had a great team that I tend to do these events with. And yeah, we also raise money for Great Ormond Street Hospital in the UK. Yes. Called Team Hatch. And so. Well,
tell me about that. So Team Hatch is what?
Yeah, so it was set up by a guy called James Hatchley. Yes. And yeah, it's basically the idea is for us to do these amazing endurance events and at the same time raise money for Great Ormond Street Hospital. And so yeah, it's been a pleasure being part of that team, and yeah, I'm still part of that, but then also this year I'm part of that Triathlon Life team by Eric
really with Paul and Eric.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
They are the best. They're just the nicest people on the planet.
They truly are, yeah.
And so were you surprised when you got chosen?
Absolutely. I think there's only 6 of us on the team. Yes. And so yeah, you know how many people there are within that community and how many people applied. And yeah, I was not expecting to get the call up, but yeah, the support they've given, the mentorship has been amazing so far. So yeah.
So like you said, the struggle was going to be the swim. How have you improved?
Well, yeah, firstly, my coach is Richard Ledlow.
Okay.
And when I quit my job at the end of last year, I also had the opportunity to go and train and kind of live with the Ledlows. So I've literally been swimming in the same lane as Sam Ledlow for the past 6 months.
Oh, my God.
I have improved.
Yes.
I'm not as quick as Sam yet, but I'm getting there.
What's it like training with an Ironman world champion?
It is pretty incredible.
And his dad's pretty special.
Yeah,
as a coach. Yeah,
he is. Yeah. I'd say you kind of realise though that when you're, I suppose, aiming to go to that pro level, you always think of the pros as just unattainable sometimes, right. and they're kind of freaks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you're training and living with them every day, you kind of realise that they're human beings, and yes, they're very fast. But at the same time, you kind of realise that you potentially could get there one day.
Well, and you realise that there's highs and lows. You see them on their low days where it's just not working for them.
Exactly.
And you're going, okay, well, they put their pants on one leg at a time. They obviously are human. So that helps you in your training, knowing I'm going to have bad days.
Yeah. I mean, even if Sam has a bad day in the swim, I'm still not faster than him.
No.
But yeah, I'm closer.
So this is your first pro race?
Yeah, first pro race. This is it.
You're diving in the deep end.
I know. I mean, to be honest, this wasn't how I envisaged like my first pro kind of race,
yes.
But I picked up a stress fracture.
Oh no!
Yeah, about 4 weeks ago now,
yes.
And so I had to kind of change things around. And I emailed Belinda,
yes.
And yeah, there was a place still available on the pro start list. And I've done this race for the past 2 years as an age grouper. Exactly, and yeah, this was actually my first long distance race in 2022. So yeah, I just thought, what a better place to do the pro debut.
For people who have not been here before, what makes this race special?
It's just everything, isn't it? It really is. It's the expo, it's the atmosphere, it's the race day, like just everything that is Challenge Roth. It's just an incredible experience, and it's why I think it sold out in 40 seconds. It's
90 seconds. Yeah.
I
know. It's just what I love about it is, the hot air balloons and the swim, the classical music, the solar hill, the beer mile, the stadium. And there's every aspect of it. Around every corner, there's something new in thousands of people.
Exactly. Yeah, it's incredible. And solar hill, like. I think last year I was one of the first age groupers to go up it, and so it's special. And this year I can't even imagine how it's going to be being amongst the pros. So
who are you most excited to be racing with as a pro?
I think that's got to be Ditlev. Hey, I'm not too sure if I'm going to see him much.
Two-time champion.
Yeah, like what he did last year was incredible, and
a very special day.
Exactly. Yeah.
For the rest of the season, what are you looking at?
Well, so far I've signed up to Ironman Frankfurt, so the European champs.
Yep.
There's going to be lots of amazing guys on the start line, but that's the plan. And then for the time being, haven't signed up to anything else. We'll see how that goes.
And you feel like you're all healed from the stress fracture?
Yeah. I mean, it was only 4 weeks ago, so it's a bit touch and go. But
and where's it at?
It was the heel bone.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a touchy area, but
you're only running a marathon. It shouldn't be much of a problem.
Exactly right. And carbon shoes these days, they won't even feel it.
Have you? So you sort of came around when the carbon was just getting going. Have you noticed a major difference?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, me personally, I think they suit my run gait, and it makes a big difference. So
yes.
I'll be wearing them for sure on race day.
Patrick Lange said one of the best parts about them is recovery.
Yes.
After a race, that your legs are just so much fresher.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could probably go and do Ironmans back-to-back weekends now, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem.
That's what's going to be happening, I think. And you also picked an era where like you said, you're talking about Magnus, you're talking about Sam. There's so many great pros, but it is a good time opportunity-wise because of PTO and T100 and the Challenge Series and Challenge Roth and Ironman at 70.3. It is a good era to be a pro triathlete.
100%. Yeah, it's. I've obviously been in the sport for a while, and I don't think I could have probably picked a better opportunity to come into it.
Now, did you grow up UK or you grew up in Australia?
I actually grew up in France.
You grew up in France?
Yeah, you wouldn't tell, would you?
I would not know that. No, okay. You grew up in France.
Yeah.
And what were your sports? Was it rowing from a little kid?
No, it was more soccer, football, and pretty much everything. A bit of athletics, running, and then when I got to uni, I started rowing. So.
And how, from a rowing perspective, how good had you gotten?
I wouldn't say I was kind of elite.
Right.
I had a good base and good fitness, but I think from growing up, I always wanted to be a professional athlete.
Right.
I just didn't know which sport, and so it took me a while to find that sport, and finally triathlon.
Now you have it.
Exactly.
Well, it's great to have you in this sport. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time, and best of luck in your first pro race, man. You are diving in big time.
Thanks, Bob.
Just as you say, hey, Magnus, my first pro race. Try to not let me drop you too quickly.
Yeah, take it easy.
A pleasure. All right, Zach Cooper has been our guest. He's doing his first pro race. I don't know. It's Challenge Roth. Again, Breakfast with Bob, Challenge Roth edition. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back.